for L.I.E. Berry, Hélène.
Marjorie Sargent, Tanya Mathers, Sophie Ackleys, Anita Espermouse, Pam Buzzell, Kylie Gintill, as well as myself, Monica Whitehead, and Maureen Nicholson, who cannot be with us this evening. We really appreciate your being here, and with no further ado, I present to you Pam Buzzell.
In tonight's forum, we'll be giving a two-part presentation, the process, objectives of the forum.
We decided to do a survey on youth in our community because we were interested in hearing other people's opinions.
Number one, name one thing that young people can do for this community. Number two, how can young people make positive changes in Stanstead?
Number two, more employment, internships, and training should be available in the workplace for the local youth. Number three, there is a lack of cultural and recreational activities for the people 17 to 30 years of age. Number four, there is not enough interest in community involvement from the local people. This is the conclusion of our findings. Now we are going to go into the focus groups where two participants from Tools for Life will be on each table to discuss the questions given to us, and then we'll have 20 minutes to discuss them, and after that we will regroup and discuss it as a group.
I have a small business and I would love to have somebody come and do a stand. But if somebody said, oh, I'm in this Tools for Life project, or I'm from adult education, or I'm from blah blah whatever, and here's a little introduction and so on, then I would be much more open to it, you know.
Maybe if your first step in coming, when you're coming to monthly meetings, you would be surprised what is being mentioned during the evening.
Really a disconnect between sort of school life versus work life, and then through the stage of other two small businesses where we talked about the granite industry and trucking, and that being for both genders, not just for men. Often the granite industry is perceived as being sort of male dominated. And then another thing that there was discussion about was this idea of sort of team or municipal theme days within schools to develop sort of pride and a sense of community and a sense of belonging, to encourage youth to want to stay and work in the community long term. So.
I personally know of two people who have been asking me if there would be interest in Stanstead on a theater group. Okay, so to actually put together a play and present it and such.
And a lot of people don't go out and do volunteer work out of lack of confidence, and they need the support to get started and ask, you know, like, well, I can provide this much time, but, you know, will this be sufficient? And usually the answer I got was, yes, you know, it's not important how much time you offer, it's the point that you're volunteering.
I know that one of the major goals of the forum, when we talked about this before in our planning sessions, was to develop a commitment, an ongoing commitment. We certainly didn't want the discussions to end tonight. This is really to begin the discussions, the beginning of a longer discussion and a longer commitment. But what I did want to make sure we do is get a sense from the people who are sitting here tonight who would be willing to meet again and talk about these same issues. That's a good show of hands. Okay, that's really very warmed my heart. Okay, we're going to try and go into Beebe Town Hall, and if that changes, we'll contact you.
Hope to see you at the next meeting. Thank you for all your cooperation.
I think it's amazing. I think it's really phenomenal how much work these young women have put into preparing for this, and that they've really gone out into the community. They've asked them some tough questions. I mean, those weren't easy questions that they went with to begin with. I think that just the fact that they did that alone is really encouraging. And then to get this many people showing up on a Monday night when it's really nice out. It's a nice night out. Like, who wants to come and sit in a church basement, right? But it's encouraging. I think it shows that the community is interested, that there's a spark that we can work with.